All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fausto from Cybertrade University. I'd like to welcome all of you here. Let me share my screen so everybody can see loud and clear. There we go. Perfect. Good to see you all. Welcome, everyone, on this lovely Wednesday. Beautiful day here in New York. It is the actual 21st of June. A lot of stuff going on. I'd like to thank you all for being here. We're going to talk about why the market is making the moves that it's making. I'm going to teach you exactly the secrets of Wall Street, how things trade, and most importantly, how to analyze today's markets. Now, just to let you know, we've been doing this event for over 30 years. I love what I do, but most importantly, this is one of the very few events that I've done in a long time. We decided to do something at night because, I'm more of a day trader. And I know a lot of you here probably can't attend during the night or the day. And you said, you know what, can I still do this as a swing trader, maybe an option trader? Absolutely. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Now, what you're about to learn today, everyone, this is going to be very, very overwhelming. Some of you are going to wish you never made your first trade. Some of you probably taking classes and going to be really ticked off. You're going to be like, wait a minute, you telling me I could read the future, and not what everyone's been teaching me the past, like indicators. I'm going to show you how to shadow brokerage firms. I'm going to show you how to follow algorithms, high frequency trades, all that stuff. How do I know that? Because I was a market maker and that's what I do. Okay. Now, before we get started, just a quick little disclaimer, just to let you know, this is strictly for educational purposes. And I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises. I know that some of you probably want me to do that, but you know what? This is strictly just for educational. And you know what? Trading's not for everyone. So please just make sure before you make your first trade, be very wise on that. Okay. Now, now before we get started, I'm going to do a quick poll. And some of you here we got like a couple of rooms that we're browsing. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also some of you are logged into the trading room. Now, I just like to do a quick little poll just to get to know a little about everyone here. And let me just do this poll right here. And my question is, now I know a lot of you guys been trading for a while. And if you could just tell me, just really quickly, do this poll. All right, there we go. And tell me, how long you guys been trading for? I mean, seriously, not a couple of days, not a couple of months. I mean, seriously. So let me go out there and share it. So as we're taking a poll, you could see people filling it out. By the way, if you're on one of the social media networks, just type in the chat, and I'll be happy to see that. All right, so we got people between 5 and 10 years, got some brand new people, 3 months. The shadow says about 7 years. Don, what about you? I see you just chat back earlier. All right, so let me share those results. You could see everyone here with the results are. And there we go. So you guys can see the results, what we have on the top left-hand corner. So that's great. Now, I've been doing it for 14 years. I love what I do. Been teaching people ever since. Cybertrade University has several instructors here that we teach. Actually, some of the schools out there are graduates of Cybertrade University. But the reason why I'm mainly here is I'm looking for traders that I could teach how to trade, because I'm looking for traders that I can recruit that I could trade with, and not including myself, but the hundreds of traders in my trading room. Now, what I'm going to looking to do is, listen, on that left-hand corner, if everybody has their little phone, you could scan that QR code right now, and we'll give you 1 week access in that trading room. All right. So you could do it now, you could do it later, but we'll come back to it. But just to let you know, what the ultimate goal is that I'm going to teach you how to trade today's volatile markets. And then you're going to want to see and say, you know what, Fausto, I want you to see me live. And not only that, I know you're a good trader. I heard about you, but I want to see your students do it. I want to see how they do it. And most importantly, you know what we teach you more than anything? We don't teach you how to make money. We teach you how to stop losing it, because that's the biggest issue everyone has. So let's get right into it and get right and see what's going on in the market. Now, before we move on, let me just talk a little bit about how I began, because I think this is important. Some of you probably realizing, who is Fausto Puglisi? You probably saw me for the first time. I'm actually the author of a book called How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game, published by Wiley. And the really thing that I'm very impressed about is the Forbes magazine wrote an article about us, about a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. Now, I was one of the original day traders that started back in the early 90s. Now, I'm going to be 52 going to September. Have not stopped and done it ever since. I've trained hundreds of thousands of people, and hopefully you'll be the next one out there. Now, regardless of that, I compete against every trader in the industry. 12-time champion at the Money Show, probably could have been 25-time champion if half the people showed up. But you know what? That is great, but that doesn't really make you money. You know what makes you money? Can I teach you how to do it? Can I show you how to do it? And just like you see from this photo right here, these people are just like you, okay? They're grandmas, they're grandpas, they're engineers, they're border control people, they're first responders. They're just everyday people that just want to say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of giving my money to a broker or giving it to some mutual fund, or maybe I'm about to retire, or maybe you are retired, but you need to make supplemental income because you know Social Security is not paying enough, or maybe you need to just say, you know what, I got some free time. Why can't I do it? Now, tomorrow I will be on NASDAQ, just to let you know. I'm actually one of the guest speakers at NASDAQ, teaching people basically how to trade today's volatile markets. NASDAQ actually has me as an expert to teach you how to trade their markets. Actually, I'm going to show you today in the next few minutes how to trade on the NASDAQ. And you know what, you'd be shocked. A lot of you guys don't even know how to trade the market. I mean, really, like, let's think about this for a second. Did anyone ever teach you, just explain to you how an order gets executed? Do you even know where a stock is actually going? Do you even know how an order is getting executed, who you're buying it from, and when you sell it, who you're selling it to? That's what we're going to cover right now, because that is the biggest reason why majority of the traders fail in today's markets. It's not about the winners. It's not about telling you what to buy and sell. It's about knowing when to get out and admit that you're wrong, because that's the biggest issue. Now, let's get right into what makes CyberTrade University different than anyone and the mistakes that you're making right now. It's about, everybody wants to know what's the news. Maybe you got a tip. It's not about that. You know what it's about? Following the money. That's it. Now think about this for a second. Let's stop and think about it. If I could teach you right now how to follow 70% of where all the buyers and sellers are, how much smarter and better trading decisions would you make right now? Do you ever go out there and think, like, every time you buy a stock, you're like, you buy it at the wrong price? Actually, the damn thing goes down. And every time you sell it, it goes up, and you think like somebody's actually watching you. Listen, they're not watching you. You're just not watching them. And I'm going to teach you how to watch them. And what you're about to see right now in the next minute or two is going to be so disturbing that you're going to say, you know what? Why didn't someone tell me this earlier? And I'll tell you why. They were not market makers. They never trade how to trade today's volatile markets, because that's what I am. And that's what I'm going to show you. And I want to make you one just like me. Now, have any of you subscribed to my YouTube channel or my Twitter and my Facebook? Or I know we have some students in here tonight in the trading room, but I don't know if you guys watch, because some of you always want to wonder. I'm like, Fausto, how did you find Carvana today? And you'd be like, how did you know about the AI stocks were going to move 2 months ago? How did you know this was going to go down? And meanwhile, everybody's talking about it's going up. Listen, I don't have a crystal ball. Okay. I'll tell you exactly what I do, and it's no secret. I just work off the biggest percentage gainers and losers. Now, granted, there's a lot of stocks that are moving in there, but you need to know exactly, which is what we teach you, what makes one stock what we call tradable and not tradable, meaning what's going to give you a good, have stocks have good spreads, good volatility, good movement, because you know what, there's a lot of stocks to trade out there, and you probably don't know which one is going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. So that's not the problem. Okay. The thing, finding them is easy. I hate to use that word. Please don't take that in the wrong way, but finding them is easy. You know what the hard part about trading is? Knowing when to get in, when to get out, when to take a profit, all that good stuff that people make those mistakes. That's the biggest issue to go. And you know what? When you come into my trading room, I'll show you exactly how to do it. But I just want to put the cards on the table and just tell you, what is your crystal ball? The same ball that you have with every brokerage firm. It's your big percentage gainers and losers. Let me explain something to you. I don't care what I trade. Okay. And neither should you. You know what you should care about? What's going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. That's all you should care about when it comes to trading. Now, finding them is one thing. Now, knowing when to get in, get out of them is another. So let's talk about the tools, what separates Cybertrade University from the rest of everyone out there, and why you should be going out there and be joining my trading room and seeing how to trade today's market. So with that said, I'm gonna do a quick poll. And my poll question is this, okay? Um, let me load it up here and let me continue that. There we go. All right. So the poll question is, do you have NASDAQ Book Viewer? Okay. So everyone's going to get a poll right now. And if you're, once again, on social media, just put in the chat. Just tell me yes, no. Just want to know if you have it, yes or no. All right. You guys are watching real time in the trading room, but we'll see what you guys are putting in the chat. All right, some of you saying not sure, 14% say yes, almost 80% say no. All right, so results with everybody. All right, so let me explain something to you. What I'm about to show you right now, and I don't want to sound like a canary, but I'm going to show you something that's going to be it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to realize that you've been trading blind ever since. Okay, because I'm going to show you the two biggest things. Now, just remember, how do stocks go up and down? Buyers and sellers. How do options go up and down? Buyers and sellers. How does swing trades go up and down? Buyers and sellers. Well, I'm about to show you how the buyers and sellers control the market, and you could basically take that tool and basically know what side you should be on versus what you shouldn't be on. So let's start off with NASDAQ with the book viewer. Now, you see a lot of you don't have it. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to be on tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time. You can watch it on Twitter. Just go to Traders Talks on Jill Maranjone. I'm like I said, one of the guest speakers there. But let me show you exactly how it is. So when you come in tomorrow and watch me on the show, you're going to see, and some of the examples I'm going to show you, you're going to be like, oh, now I get it. Fausto was explaining it, and you'll see how amazing it is. So let me show you what we got. On the left-hand side, you see we have all these buyers. On the right-hand side, you have all the sellers. So what you're seeing is about 50% of all the volume in an entire market of who's buying and selling Peloton or NASDAQ, any stock, the Tesla, whatever it is, Amazon, whatever stock you're in, you are seeing every buyer and every seller and on the NASDAQ market, about 50% of the buyers and sellers out there. Now think about that. Could you imagine seeing 50% of the buyers and sellers in the stock that you're in right now? Well, you can. Now, how do we use this data? Okay. Right here, you'll see we're looking at a stock. Was it a PLTR? PLTR started, was about 1660. Okay. You see the chart right here? And the stock, you could see how it came down and went all the way down after about 11 o'clock. It somehow found some type of a support level right around this 1560. Okay, you see that right there? And then from 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1:30, all the way up that whole time, it never wanted to go lower. Why is that? Well, what makes support levels are buyers. Now, wouldn't it be nice to know where the buyers are? Well, you can. And if you look here on the left-hand side, you'll notice that right there on the bid side, you got 84,000 shares looking to be bought at $15.65. And there are 15 orders that make up the 84,000. Now, you have to understand, if you look down that list, there's 200 shares, 1,000 shares, 1,500. You're talking 84,000. You're talking probably on the average, maybe 10, 20, 30 times more of the normal orders out there than at any single price out there. Now, why did this stock did not go past 1565? Maybe, just maybe, must have been that 84,000 share buyer out there. Now let's look on the sell side. We're looking at Mara, another stock that was a fun stock that we traded in the last couple of days. Mara went, you could see it takes a price, goes right here around 1050, goes all the way up to 1060 and comes back down. Now, why did it decide not to go higher than 1060? Why didn't it go to, I don't know, maybe $11? Why did it stop at 1050? Why, out of all the numbers out there, did it decide to pick right below, a little bit above 1060? Well, if you go to the NASDAQ stock market and you look at the exchange, you'll be able to see that you have a 92,000 share seller at $10.70. Now you do the math. You're talking almost $1 million looking to be sold at 1070. All right. 92,000 shares. How many shares are you buying? How many? 200, 100, 1,000? You're talking 92,000. Now, if you look here on the right, there are 4,000 shares, 10,000, 3,000, 4,000, 1,000. You're talking almost 10 times the average, 5 to 10 times the average that at any single price level. How much, I'm going to repeat this again, how much smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to see that? Now, before I continue, everybody on social media, everybody in my trading room, did I lose anybody yet? Did I lose? Just give me a yes or no. I just want to know if, just make sure you guys are following along. Brian, I didn't hear from you. John, I didn't hear from you. Brad, good. No, I didn't lose you, Lori. Good. David, I didn't lose you. Okay, good. Anyone else? Did I lose anybody else? How about social media? I didn't see anybody on YouTube. Remember, we're broadcast live here, everyone. This is not a recording. Okay. All right, good, good. So we'll follow. Everyone's following along. Okay, perfect. Now, not that complicated, right? Okay, let's go over a few trades that we trade this week. Okay, let me get a little more involved. Okay, because now what I want to do is I want you guys to get involved into the conversation. I want to pick your brain and see how you answer these questions. All right, so let's look at the stock space. Okay, space has been, I don't know if you guys have been watching, it's been a pretty good move in space. Okay, they came out that news. They're finally going to go out. They're going to take the Italian army or Air Force or something like that. They're going to start, getting off their feet. All right. Regardless, who cares? All I care about is the stock's moving. It's going up. Great. Now, after the stock space began to pull back, you could see it went to a price around 6. My question to you is this: where is support levels? Let's see how you guys answer this question. Okay. Let's have a little fun. Stock, you own a stock, right? Hits a resistance levels, now starting to trend down. Where support levels? Robert says 560. Dave says we need buyers. I don't know where you got 560 from, Robert, but you know what? That's a number. We could use that. Anyone else? Anyone else here? $5? There's no support, from Cumber said. Anybody? How about on YouTube? How about on Twitter? I don't see anyone out there on YouTube. Tell me. What do you guys think? Where's support levels? How about this? Where are the buyers? How about that, right? So all of you out here are telling me where support and resistance levels are, you forgot the most important thing. You can't see buyers on a chart. You don't see any future. So let's go to the exchange. Now, if a stock is going down, right, what are we looking for? Buyers. And I think David was the right one that had that answer. Okay. So now we're looking over here. We're looking at NASDAQ Book Viewer, and we'll notice that we're looking in the buy section, and there are a lot of buyers. I mean, look, from all the way from 542 all the way to 562. And you'll notice that there's 89,000 shares looking to be bought at $5.60. Now look yourself down there on that list. There are 200 share buyers, 2,000, 5,000, 13,000, 10,000. Whoops, 89,000. Okay, at 560. Now, without even looking at a long-term chart or trying to figure out the PE ratio or incorporating a Fibonacci to cross in with a MACD, with an SMA, what do you think is going to probably happen when we get to 560? What do you think could possibly happen? Robert said it's going to go up. Brad said it's going to go up. Okay. What do you think? Michael, what do you think? It's going to go up. All right. So you know what? Look what happened. Stock went from 6, came all the way back down to 560 and went right back up to 6. In the matter of an hour and a half. I mean, 560 minus $6 is 40 cents. 40 cents on 1,000 shares. It's $400. Do that every day, fellow traders. You're talking about $100,000 salary. Okay. Now, who here doesn't want that job? Okay. Like I said, stupid question, stupid answer. I will do that. Right. That is the power of trading. That's the power of the stock to go up. It's all about having a game plan. Now, let's look at another example. Apple, it's at 184. Okay, right now it's at 186. Why is it going up? What could possibly make Apple go up? Because you bought a new phone? I mean, what made it go up, everybody? Let's see how you guys will answer this question. Lori, you're right. Anyone else? Anybody want to join Lori? Buyers. For some reason, buyers must have wrote it up there. And you know what? Everybody should put that in the trading room. Let me know you're listening to me. Okay? Could everyone just write the letter B in the room so I'm not sound like I'm talking to myself? Furman, thank you very much on Facebook. Randall, Billy, Lori, thank you very much. Buyers, just please. I'm trying to listen. Don't take this the wrong way if I'm more arrogant or not. I just don't want to see you lose money. I'm just trying to teach you the basic theory of how buyers and sellers work. Okay. Now, wouldn't it be nice to know who's buying it? Wouldn't it be nice to know if it's going to continue to go higher? Okay. Well, this is the deal. You have to look at it. When you buy a stock, right? We're always looking for one most important thing doing a trade. And what is that? To take a profit, right? Listen, you didn't make a single dime until you sold it, right? How many times have you bought a stock and as soon as you sold, and like, oh, I'm making money, honey. Next thing you know, like, oh, so we're going on a vacation, sweetie? Not really exactly, honey. The market went down today. They're like, well, why'd you tell me that? Would it be nice to have that game plan? So my game plan is this, and this is what I'm going to teach you. Can you tell me if a stock is going up, what's going to drive that stock down? Sellers, right? Where do you see sellers? Can anyone tell me? Let's see how you will answer this question. Where do you see sellers on Apple on the NASDAQ exchange? David says 186.10. Anyone else? If you don't know the answer, just give me a question mark. Right? Just give me a question mark. Just be honest with yourself. Listen, if you were drunk and someone asked you, hey, you been drinking tonight? And meanwhile you were, I'm like, no, not really. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What happens? Don't get caught because you know what ends up happening. And it's the same thing about trading. If you don't know the answer, just be honest. All right. So watch me carefully. Sellers make resistance. Here's your sell orders on the right. You got 400 shares, 600, 800, 1,000. We work our way all the way down here. You'll notice that there are 50,000 shares. There are 41 orders out there that make up the 50,000 at 186.10. I don't know. What do you think could possibly happen when we get to 186? All right. Because if that's what you said, you're correct. And you know what? You look at this stock and you're saying, oh, the stock is going up. It's only 10 minutes until the open. It's going up. Listen, you have to follow the money. Because if you don't follow the money, look what happened when it was there at 10. What time was that again? 9:40. Here's 9:40. Came up there, came back to 84, 184, all the way up to about 10:30. Just tanked. Decided to go up 12 o'clock, 12:30. Ooh, got up to 186. Why did it go back down again? Maybe because that big seller was out there. How many of you here wish you would be able to see those orders now, knowing, be like, I don't understand. Oh, I know what that is. That's a double top. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe a triple top. That's even worse. I was taught that by some mathematician, and then look at it, it's like, wow, listen, okay. Don't be fooled by these people with the teacup rules and the heads and shoulders and this and that. The bottom line is you're dealing with a big iceberg order out there, which is what we call here at Cyber Trader University. Big block order out there, 186, and that's what's really pushing down the stock. Not all this fancy Nancy indicators and teacups and double tops and triple bottoms. It's all about that seller. All right. Now, next question everyone's asking is this. Okay. Where can I get NASDAQ Book Viewer? Now, let me tell you something. When I got started, there were a lot of people want to get into the trading business. You know, everybody wanted to get into the trading business. But there was one problem. No one wanted to pay to get the tools to trade properly. Right? Think about that. I want to drive a car, but I want to pay for it. Okay. Well, you're not driving. Why not? I can't be entitled to a free car. I mean, can't the rich people pay for it? Listen, it's not about the rich people or this and that. Listen, this is your business. Okay. You can't depend on someone else to think they're going to give you free stuff. There is nothing free in this world. So let me explain something to you. At 22 years old, first of all, let me take a step back. When I got started, okay, I am first generation Italian. My parents came here from Italy, had no money. All their siblings are millionaires. Okay, we were all worked hard, never had a dollar in our pocket, and we all done very well for ourselves because our dad taught us something very important. He says, "Listen, I'm taking you to a country of the land of opportunity, and the only way you're going to succeed is you got to make sure you stay away from the troublemakers and you do whatever it takes to find out the best in the industry, and whatever it takes, even if it costs you money, you do what that person tells you. As long as you love what you do and you learn from them, they'll take you on their wing. They'll take care of you because you know what? Because if you do well, they do well." So unfortunately, I didn't listen to my father, okay? When I first got started, I was 21 years old, okay? I blew up 2 accounts. Finally, fortunately living in New York, I said, you know what? I love this job trading. I'm going to actually go out there and I'm going to do it right this time. And you know what doing right? I said, you know what? I'm going to go work for somebody. Now, when I sat in a professional trading room and I saw all these traders, I don't know, I think it was like 100 traders trading with each other. I'm like, wow, these guys are high-fiving. These guys are, driving nice cars, nice apartments. So I was sold. I was sold, just like you probably was sold right now. First thing they tell me, you want to buy the book viewer, it costs you $1,000 a month. Now, I'm 22 years old, okay? And I was sold. I love trading. But 30 years ago, for a 22-year-old to come up with $1,000, I don't think anyone here probably is going to jump on that, okay? Well, then it came down to it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because what's the worst thing that can happen? If it doesn't work in a month, it cost me $1,000. I lost $1,000 the day before on a stock. Why not get the right tools? Well, that's why you're listening to me today, okay? Because that's how successful I am. That's why I was a 12-time champion. Now, let me explain something to you. It's not going to cost you $1,000. It's not going to cost you $500. It's not going to cost you $100. Okay? You know what's going to cost you? $15. Now, let's think about this for a second. Everybody have their cell phone? Everybody have their phone with you? Okay, so all you have to do right now is take your phone, scan that QR code, and it's going to take you directly to the NASDAQ website, or you can click on the link right there that we posted in, and you could just buy the $15. Now, listen, I don't work for NASDAQ. I don't make any money on this. I'm just a speaker there, but this is my thing. I am such a big promoter because I know that if you want a fighting chance, why in the world would you not want to know to have something I paid $1,000 a month that helped me become a multimillionaire trading, okay? And you're sitting there and be like, I don't know, $15? $15 it costs to have access to that. If you can't afford $15, you should not be trading right now, okay? Once again, this is not my software. This is not someone else's. This is the actual exchange. People paid millions of dollars to have a seat on the New York Stock Exchange. You're telling me you're paying $15 right now? Why would you not want it? So get your phone, click on that link, scan it, and get it out of the way. Now, let's move on because I'm not done. There is something called level 4. Now, level 4 is a lot more advanced than I just taught you, NASDAQ book viewer. But the problem with level 4, it costs more money. And I don't want to sell you something here, okay? I don't want you to spend more money. I want you to start out. Some of you just don't even know how these things work, okay? But let me talk about level 4, how this is pretty awesome. Level 4 is basically is going to kind of show you on a chart on a heat map. So now you'll be able to see like how long that order's been out there. We see this big red line for like this 190,000 share seller of 5, and you want to know why it bounced from this big support level of $4 and $3.90. You got 100,000, 44,000. So let me show you how these things work. Okay. We're looking at the market at 9:30. It opens up. Stock's trading at $16. Okay. We're looking at PLTR. And all of a sudden, this seller was in the pre-market, started adding to it. And now there's a 256,000 share seller at $17. Now, you are one of the lucky ones. You bought it here at 16, or maybe you wait 5 minutes. Now you own it at 16.35. What do you think is going to happen when you get close to that $17 trade of 255,000 shares? Huh? What do you think is going to happen? Still not convinced? Guess what? You got a little bit closer. 10 minutes went by. Wow. Now, all of a sudden, we went from 250,000 and now we're at 333,000. You're telling me you want to take a chance to see what's going to happen with that big seller out there? Listen, if you bought it at 16.50 and you can get out at 17, you made 50 cents in an hour, 500,000 shares, 50 cents, $500. Why? You don't want you don't want to make that $100,000 your salary? Because guess what? If you didn't get out and you weren't prepared, now you convert a winner into not even a break even, to a loser. How many times have you done that? How many times you wish you said, you know what? Why didn't I get out? How did I not get out of that position? Oh, because that indicator told me it was going to continue to go higher. And by the time it started going down, it was a little too late. You see what I'm saying, fellow traders? Why would you not want that information? Why wouldn't you want that data? Here's another example, AI, right? This is a cool one. This is a nice one. So AI had a big run up. You could see it ran from like 38. Now it's at 39. Now you're coming up to 125,000 share seller at $40. Now, you own the stock at 39. The stock's at 40. You see resistance, big orders out there at 40. Not even it's a resistance because the chart said so, because the orders actually say so. What do you think? What do you think you should do when you get to 40, everybody? What do you think should you possibly think of doing? Maybe getting out? Well, have you ever heard of, that's right, Brad, about taking a profit, right? You ever heard of going out there and heard of stocks that do breakouts? Well, do you notice this green little ball right there? That green little ball, what that means is that means that trades were executed on the offer. That tells me that somebody bought all those shares. You ever see a stock hit a major resistance level and like, oh my God, how'd that stock just break that big resistance levels? Well, remember, resistance levels are built on, orders of transactions. There must have been a big transaction out there. Order got filled. Boom. What's going to happen? That's what makes the stock go higher. And not only did it go to 41, but it ran all the way to 43. And then all of a sudden that buyer, that seller became a buyer, you could see, for 250,000 shares. And that drove the stock to $45 a share in less than a little bit more than an hour. How awesome would that be? How awesome would it be to see and say, you know what? Damn, I took the stock, took a profit. Listen, you could always buy it back. Brad, Brad's saying, wow, Brad, you haven't seen anything yet. This is only the beginning. Okay. Imagine seeing this live in the market. Imagine going out there and seeing this actually, as it happening in front of your eyes. And I want you, Brad, and I want you, everybody on Facebook and YouTube and everybody in the trading room, Peter and Robert, all you guys, Lori. I want to show it to you live in the market. Regardless if you're looking, you could do it over the course of the day, or you could do it as a swing trade, or you want to do it as an option trade. You could do it all day long. And it's not a full-time job. It's all about having limit orders, ready to know where to get and where to get out. So I'm going to ask everybody the same question. Did I lose anybody? Did anyone get lost? Did I confuse anybody? No, right? It wasn't that hard. Wasn't that hard. Okay. But so this is what I want to do for all of you. I want to do everybody a favor. Okay. Because I've done speakings, I've trained hundreds of thousands of people. And it's nothing that really bothers me or hurts me when I see people out there just like a deer in the headlights, and they're just out there and they just want someone to tell them what to do. Okay. Well, let me tell you something. That's the worst advice anybody can get you. Going out there, buying a newsletter, listening to some analysts on TV. You know what? You need to think for yourself, right? You need to go out there and realize, listen, I own a stock. Okay. Where are the sellers? Where is the Morgan Stanleys? Where's the Goldman Sachs's? Where are the big institutions? Where are the algorithms? Where are the high frequency trades? They don't know that. Actually, let me tell you this. Let me tell you a little secret. They don't want you to know. Okay? And how do I know that? Because for some of you logged in late, let me just remind you, I live here in New York. This is the financial capital of the world. I live literally 20 minutes outside Manhattan. Okay. I live in the suburbs. I have some of the biggest, most successful traders that live in my town that even go to my country club. Okay. One of them even lives across the street from me. How about this? You think they care about you? You're like the ants to them. We just want to get the crumbs. There's nothing wrong with that. These guys are moving millions of shares. You know what they do want? They want your order flow. Okay. They want you to deal with your online broker so they know where the order flow comes so they could actually sell it to them and make a profit. Did you ever realize how brokerage firms make money? I mean, like, what? Do you really, are we that gullible to think like, oh, I get free tickets? They got to be great. Listen, there's no free lunches in this world. Okay. Someone pays. So the thing is this, you do it right or don't do it at all. Go back to your day job. You could literally lose everything. You could destroy your life in trading. Okay. Now, I'll listen, I'll put the fear in God in you, and but the thing is this, when it comes to trading, you have to know how to play the game of trading. And it's not that hard. All you got to do is get the right tools, the right educator like us, and we'll show it to you. So there's no better time to learn than now. So this is the deal. I want you to meet people like John G and Philip and Alex and seeing how they trade together and how we think together and how they can go out there and want to help you because, listen, trading is not a full-time job. When we trade, I would probably say maybe 20, 30% of the traders are in there at a given time. Listen, life gets in the way. This ain't a full-time job. Some of us want to swing trade. Some of us want to just, we have some free time in the morning, want to make some supplemental income. Listen, we have grandkids, maybe want to go on vacation. This ain't a full-time job. You don't want to make this a full-time job. You don't want to ring up tickets. You just want to make your days pay in the course of the day, and that's it. Now, but you got to remember, you have to learn before you could earn when it comes to trading. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to invite you all to come to my trading room, and I want you to see why CyberTrade University, okay, is endorsed by more brokerage firms than any other school in the industry. Think about it. Has any of you here been educated before? Any of you guys take any classes? Anyone out there ever took any classes with anyone? Could they actually go out there and say, oh, yeah, he's endorsed by your TradeStation. Oh, yeah, Tastyworks endorses them. Charles Schwab endorsed them. Tastyworks endorse them. Thinkorswim endorse them. You'll never see it. You'll never see it. Let me tell you something. These brokerage firms do credit checks on my staff, my instructors. They do, basically, they check out traders. Listen, they don't want us to teach their students, their clients, if we teach them how to lose money. They don't want to know that we have a bad reputation. How about this? I bet you don't even see this. Listen, I'm not looking to bash people or other schools, but go out there and look up the school that trained you. See if they got a 5-star rating on Google. Okay. Actually, I got 4.9 because one of my competitors went out there and was so jealous that he had to write something bad about me. But you'll never see that. You'll never see it. Okay. That's why you're here to interview me to say, you know what? I know I need to get educated. Let me see what Fausto and Cybertrade University and the staff could teach me. So this is what we do. You're all invited to come. Every one of you invited to come because I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to show you how this works in the real live markets. Doesn't matter when you want to show up. You could come tomorrow. You can start on Monday, wherever it is. Now, this is what we do. We have live audio commentary from the market opens to the market closes. So we commentary with me, my instructors, and we don't tell you what to buy and sell. We're going to teach you how to think for yourself. We're just going to be the ship. We're going to be the captain. We're going to take you where the fish are, but you got to go out there and catch it. We know where the fish are, okay? But you need to know how to think for yourself. But the goal is you want to see if other people make money doing it, and that's what we're looking to do. And not only that, but we have weekly classes. Well, we have some of the top gurus in the industry. So it's not about just trading. It's also about education. So not only are we going to go out there and teach you, but we're going to bring some of the best minds in the industry, and you're going to learn. And the goal is, if you learn one thing from any of them, it's going to help you become that better of a trader. Now, this is all it's going to cost. You have your phone, you have a link, $9. Now, you're probably falling off your chair and be like, wait a minute, I'm going to get all this for $9. I thought it was going to be like $9,000. Okay, no, let me tell you something. I am looking for serious traders. Now, I could do this for free. I've done it for free. And you know what? I find that people don't take things seriously when it's free. And you know what? If I'm going to take the time for my staff to call you, I just want to know if you have a little skin in the game. That's it. Oh, and by the way, we're not going to charge you anything after a week. Okay? Actually, I'll even do better than that. If you think I wasted your time, I'll give you $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9. Okay? I'm just looking for serious traders that I'm looking to recruit, but I need to prove to you to come into, basically it's an entry fee. It's an application fee to get in there. That's basically what it is. Now, this is what you're going to get for the $9, okay? You're going to get 1 week access in the trading room. You're going to get the live commentary. You're going to get 3 pro workshops, all right? You're also going to get the library, okay? You're also going to get, and actually as a bonus, I'm going to do this as a bonus. I'm going to do this. If you register right now, I will personally give you a coaching class, okay? And I'll tell you why. Once you're done interviewing me, we're going to interview you, okay? And the way we're going to do that is by us interviewing you is I need to make sure that, listen, that you're a really good fit. Listen, anyone here go for a job, you do an application. Well, this is the application of $9. And then what happens, we're going to look at your application. We're going to give you a tour, okay? And you know what? You're going to make a decision and be like, you know what? This is pretty cool. I want to do it. And then it's going to come down to where I'm going to come out there and we're going to go out there and let me put the QR code here for everybody here. Oh, there it is, the crash course. Hopefully that works. Oh, there we go, $9. Yeah, so you guys could click on that link right there and you can go from there. A couple of traders actually doing a couple of posts right now. Andrea, thanks for sharing that. Andrea, one of our loyal students here. Thanks, Andrea. It's a small investment to come and see how trading during the day, and you could see him go out there and listen to what he has to say. All right. So is that? Yeah, I think I got that. Yeah, that's all you have to do is click on that, and yep, we need a big link right there. So it's $9. Think about it. $15 for the NASDAQ book viewer. And not only that, but now I'll even give you a couple of workshops. You can go out there and you could test it and see how things work there. All right. Now, with that said, does anyone have any questions that I could answer? Robert, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. All right. Anyone else? Once again, regarding about one of the questions here, listen, we're not going to charge you after 7 days. You could start whenever you want. I'm just looking for serious traders. That's it. Okay. Any other questions out there? What do I got here? I know a couple of people asking. Do I need? Okay, question came across here on YouTube. Do I need a brokerage firm? How much money do I need to get started? Actually, one of them's out there. Listen, you don't need anything. You don't need any money. Okay, you don't need any money to go out there. You're just there to watch. That's it. You're just there to watch. Okay, I'm sorry, you do need money. You need $9. That's about it. Any other questions? No. Any other question is you don't need a brokerage account. Listen, we don't want you to trade. We just want you to go out there and see what it's like if you're a swing trader and want to see what's involved to, in a position that you're in. And not only, most importantly, to have that conversation with us. Listen, I take education, customer service very seriously. I know a lot of you here probably never even spoke to someone over the phone. Here's your opportunity to do it. Okay. So how many of you guys have big, like to follow influencers? How many of you guys, how many of you traders out there like to read a famous book or a cookbook? And now you're saying, I could actually talk to the chef. He could actually answer my questions. Yeah, that's what we're looking to do, because I want you to be in my kitchen. All right. But before we do that, we start here. And then from there, if things work out, we'll take it from there. All right. A couple of people, I just want to do a couple of shout outs. Larry, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Massimo, got your registration from Los Angeles. Welcome aboard. Steven K from, what is that? Florida, Orlando, Florida, got your registration. Welcome aboard. How much extra is it per month to use NASDAQ level 4? Steven, listen, I just told you it cost me $1,000 a month to get that data. Okay, now it costs $15. If I told you the other one cost $100, is that going to change? Okay, I don't want to tell you and scare anybody. The best investment that you can make right now is dish out the $9 first. Go through the workshops, see what positions that you've done in the past, see what the mistakes that you're making, and go from there. Don't worry about what this is going to cost, what that's involved, or anything else. Okay. All right. You're not coming out and you're not dishing out $400-$500 to take a class or be teaching it. Let's just focus on the $9 right now for a week. Listen, you don't got to be there for a week. You just got to be there for one day. That's more than enough. All right. Any other questions? Abdul just got your registration. Welcome aboard. I'm just looking at these things that I could come across. Welcome aboard. Alan says options trading. Okay, so Alan, that's a great question. Alan, what makes an option move? It's the movement of the stock. Okay, so if you want to be a good options trader, you have to learn how to trade the stock first, because once you understand what the stock is doing, that's what's going to help you be a better options trader. And please don't go out there and trade options and be convinced by someone telling you, oh, the leverage, this and that. Listen, who's more wealthier, the person who owns the house or the guy that rents the house? Okay. And you don't want to be the renter. You want to be the owner. All right. So you could learn how to trade options very well, because we do trade options in the trading room, but it's the movement of the stock first. And because you'll see, like, for example, we traded Carvana last week, and Carvana had a really big move. And those options went from like $2 to $8 within a day. All right. And you're like, wow, that's such a big move. Yeah, I know it's a big move. But you would not have known to trade those options if you didn't know what was going on with Carvana. These are things that you have to learn. Alan, you're more than welcome. You got the link right there, Alan. Just feel free to just click on that link. We'll get you registered, and we look forward to seeing you. Just got a couple of more. Robert, I think we got Robert. I don't know if you had the same first and last name, but Robert from Florida just got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Any other questions? Thinkorswim's okay, Jeff. Yes. So anyway, if you go to Thinkorswim's website, actually, if you go on our YouTube channel, we have probably the #1 video on the Thinkorswim to trade level 4 out there. Actually, it is the #1 video out there, and we actually have a couple of good workshops, and we'll show you how to implement it in on the Thinkorswim platform. So yes, that's awesome that you have that platform. You could use it. Great. All right, got a couple. You can hear that ringing in the back. Those are the people that are registering. Tariq, is that with you? Mahmood from New Jersey, Woodland. I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. MB from Naples, Florida. Just got your registration. By the way, love Naples. I was there. I was supposed to go there, but you guys got hit with the hurricane during the Thanksgiving season. But love it down there. Any other questions? Got a couple of people. Renee Fausto at CTU is the best you can find. Well, thank you very much, Renee. Thanks for sharing that. Renee, by the way, Renee, one of our students here, and let me just put there, Renee basically is one of probably the top tourist guides and could speak, I think, like 7 languages, Renee, you could speak. And she actually came, she was such a great loyal trader to ours that she actually even did a tour we did an on-site class, did a tour for our students, taught me things about New York City that I had no idea. The Chrysler Building, everything. Oh, only 5 languages. It's a lot better than me. I speak 1 1/4. So, but thank you very much, Renee. It's always nice seeing you. All right. Are you back here in New York again? I remember you were in Chicago and you were overseas. I don't know where you are again. I don't know if you're back here doing your tours again. But any other questions, everyone? That was an amazing tour, Renee. I might have to take you up for another one for our next on-site. Our traders loved it. But anyway, everybody, listen. It's your last opportunity. Let's go out there. I want to get back to, I want to get back with my family. I got dinner on the table. I want to catch up on it. And listen, subscribe to our channel. Listen, if you don't move forward, CTU, we're live every morning at 9 a.m. and 2:30. Maybe you're not fully convinced yet. That's okay. I get it. But listen, when you feel like you're ready, you're ready. And you know what? We'll still be here. But for the people that are registering, very important. Every one of you are going to get a call from our education advisor. They're going to take the time. They're going to walk you through your portal page. They're going to show you the videos. They're going to book your appointment with me. Or if you can't get with me, if you pass 20, because I can only talk to so many people within a week. My time is obviously I'm busy all day, but I'll try to make it as best I can. And like I said, sit back, tell them when you want to start your trial. Be there whenever you can. And you know what? You're going to find the real truth about what trading is all about. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, everybody. Love you all. Happy to see you. Look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. And everyone, for the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your summer. All right. Let's go out there and try to not learn how to make money, but let's stop learning how to lose it first. Okay. Because that's how you become a good winner and a trader. Thanks for listening, everybody. Happy trading. We'll see you then.